Welcome to City 31. During Advent's occupation, the city was a fortress supporting an active starport. 5 years after XCom won the war, it's home to aliens, hybrids, and humans alike. There's new industry, self-government, and local agriculture to support the varied populations. Against all odds, this city thrived after the war. There were no retributive attacks.
Until tonight.
We don't know that. Not yet. But we can find out. 3-1 PD requested our help sifting through evidence at the Memorial Museum. They lost good officers today. Give them what they need and see what we can learn. Your work with 3-1 PD opened a few doors. Here's what we know. A crude plasma bomb killed the mayor. The insurgents had no access to materials for that.
Does that mean they had outside help?
Most likely. There are 3 groups in City 31 with access to this kind of ordnance. Sacred coil is what happens when former Advent officers find religion, or create one. They claim to be the true path for City 31's hybrids, as long as that path involves armed sedition.
Director, these are local criminals. Isn't that 3-1 PD's jurisdiction?
True. The Reclamation Agency supports local police, but we're also required to recover dangerous material.
From those who would do the world harm, and each of those groups is neck deep in the stuff. So what next?
Focus on a single group. Investigate, dismantle their operations, and take them down.
Meanwhile, we look for any links to the mayor's death. Either way, a dangerous organization is off the streets.
Exactly. The city wants justice for Mayor Nightingale. This is how we help them achieve it.
The director convinced the city council we're too understaffed to be effective. This means we can bring more agents to City 31. It's not the whole squad, not yet, but it's something. Zephyr, you made it!
Yeah.
You grab a locker?
Yep.
Have everything you need?
Yeah.
Good talk.
No.
Check it out. Headquarters sent us an assembly. And with the right patterns, we can build anything. Or we could with the latest version. What you're looking at is the extremely finicky 2038 model. It'll take time to stretch. Our temporary field office has all the basics. Weapons, comms, and ammunition. Supply is where we request everything else. As long as it's in the squad's budget, it's ours. We are not the police. If you see a theft, call it into 3-1 PD and move on. Earlier this week, a security camera spotted Sacred Coil flunkies sniffing around this warehouse. Today, the silent alarm went off. The place is full of Advent-era contraband on the way to a tech vault.
How does a silent alarm even... You know what? Tell me later.
Open sesame!
Sacred Coil stole specialized mech parts. The kind you can't easily replicate.
Advent used those mechs to sow terror. Sacred Coil may have similar plans. We shall move in.
Breaching in!
What?
I made the arrest.
On the way.
Cover me.
Sacred Coil is on the run. Don't lose them in the where.
Stay behind me.
Breach! Breach! Breach!
Target in sight.
Book 'em.
Weapons dry.
Could not arrest the hostile.
Hostile subdued.
Great, I'm out. Ready for anything.
If Sacred Coil went after mechs, they need soldiers. But for what army? They were underground until Mayor Nightingale's election drove them to the surface. Their hatred for her gave them motive. Find out if Sacred Coil had the means to carry out an assassination. I'm authorizing Chimera Squad for special operations. Some ops provide useful resources for the squad. Keep an eye out for these opportunities. Reclamation links Sacred Coil to a variety of... Stop these human abductions and recover them from Sacred Coil. Time is of the essence.
Chimera Squad, I'm Commissioner Maloof of 3-1 PD. To be blunt, I don't give a chrysalid's ass about the politics. I'm glad you're in the city. 3-1 PD was stretched thin before the mayor's death. There are gaps to fill, and that's where you come in. When your agents can handle a situation better than my officers, I'll send the details your way. If the city council has a problem with that, I'll take the heat. They can't afford to fire me. I look forward to working with you.
Hostile forces may attempt to guard a mission-critical device that needs to be stopped. Destroy the device in question when authorized. Keep your distance if you can. Hostiles defending the target device.
Breaching!
Eyes on the target. Break it apart.
Target weapon in play.
Headed where I'm needed. Got you covered.
I can make it there.
I'm running low. Cover me while I reload. Reloaded.
Spontaneous vigils.
I'm sure you already know your way around the armory. Each of you has a locker here. But it's also where we announce field promotions, which I'm doing now.
Another bit of ribbon.
Congratulations. I realize now there should have been a cake. When you aren't on mission, you need to maintain your skills, physical and mental. Training is the place to do it. It's also where you can adapt to any lasting wounds received in the field. So don't let those wounds linger. You'll pay for them in the long term.